Execution Steel over here. What's up, Q-Train? Awesome.
So you can see that loadout did work quite well on that
Yep.
map, but if you are a long-range guy, you will still be able to get a lot of effective gameplay there.
So that was Capital. Robert Ryan is our chief designer on that one. So
I'm gonna pass off now to, I guess we're doing Water Tower next, and Aaron Daly, our lead game designer for The Last of Us, is gonna come in and talk you guys through that one.
Thanks, dude. All right. So next up is the Water Tower map, and joining us is lead multiplayer designer on The Last of Us, Aaron Daly.
Hey guys.
What's up, Aaron?
Hey.
All right. So we're gonna go through a new loadout. Quentin's gonna show off some new weapons, new skills and stuff on this one.
So for this map, he's going to use the preset. One of the new preset loadouts is the Striker. This is much more aggressive, kind of short-range play style, and so it's got, you know, the full auto rifle, which is great for, you know, when you're up close.
That's going out to everybody
players.
too.
Everyone gets to use that. It's got agility, which you'd think, you know, could be only useful in stealth loadout, but it's actually pretty useful in aggressive loadouts too, because you can walk faster, and so even if you're, you know, just trying to get on a flank, you can just get around quicker and flank the enemy. It's got the machete. We're going to show off the new, you know, 3-hit faster machete attack that we've put in. It's a buff to the machete. That was also to have in there. I think it's got. Check my notes here. Striker. It's got Brawler 2, so he's going to probably use that to try and upgrade the machete and add more hits to it.
Right.
And first aid training, because he's probably going to take a lot of damage and is going to
Because he's doing the close range so much, yeah.
I also like to point out this map was designed by Elizabetta, one of our other gameplay designers. She's not here to talk about it, so I'm filling in for her. She did a great job on this map. It's pretty, you know, short range map, but one of the things we did differently with this map is that a lot of our maps typically have kind of a big open kind of centered lane. And this map does not. It only has kind of 2 side lanes. And so what you end up with is you get these much more prolonged kind of fronts that happen, these much more intense battles that happen over these 2 main routes. So we'll probably see a bit of that going on. It's a tighter map. It's a little faster pace. But it's also not that, it's not, you know, super small. It's not checkpoint size. It's a little bigger than that.
One of the key things about this map is the water tower. Because it's the central point in the map, and wherever you're at in the map, you can just look up and see where the water tower is, and know get your bearings, look at the buildings around you, and so that way you can always kind of direct yourself towards the combat and where the enemy team is at that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So off the bat, Quentin's going left, and this is one of the longer sidelines down here. You'll see that there's some snipers over there. So he's going to try and go around.
What's great is you pick a lane, you can get there, and you can immediately see if the other team has gone that way as well, and you have that immediate recognition of, okay, should I go the other way, or should I continue this way, or maybe like nobody's this way, so I'm going to go down this way and try and flank the team on the other route.
One down.
Oh, making good use of the full auto there.
Yep.
Quentin knows just how many rounds it takes to down someone, so he's never wasting ammo. I'm not quite as good with the full auto. I tend to blow my ammo a little faster.
Right.
So they just fought through this garden area, and now he's on the other side of the map.
Okay. One of the really awesome parts about this map is that it's from the single player, the Billstown, the kind of the intro area of Billstown, which is Lincoln, which is a city we made up, Lincoln, Pennsylvania. It's Pennsylvania, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And is a look that we really wanted to get into our multiplayer, because it's really beautiful. I love the time of day. It's a really nice setting, really nice mood, and I really love the shadows that because of the angle the sun creates. It creates like a lot of dark areas, and again, will create a lot of need for listen mode in the shadows and stuff.
It's a good looking map. Oh, we've got a battle going on in the parking lot. So this is.
Oh, you got that shiv. I was like, is he gonna go around? And nice.
That's always gonna do this. He's gonna survive this.
Oh, what? Oh, that was that brawler moment. Exactly. It's awesome.
A little bit of health back, managed to survive. So you can see the top of that building there. You can actually get up on top of there and snipe from there. So it's one of the things you have to be aware of.
That's exactly what this. He just showed up perfectly exactly what the point of this loadout is. The Striker preset. He was forced to get that in close. The guy was having that brawler.
He's down.
Yeah, he was definitely able to survive there because of the brawler giving the extra health. He's got executions like
I
mad.
know. And if only had that executioner on.
Probably got enough parts to buy a machete at this point. He's got to heal up first though.
Yeah.
First aid training.
There's another high point, advantage point on the other side of the map as well. You point out that ledge on this side, but on the other side there's another one.
Correct.
You can get on both sides. You can't see each other from them, correct?
I think there actually is a sight line between those two spots. It's basically, the other spot is a window in that building over there on the right-hand side, and yeah, you can snipe out of that building. Quentin's gonna
Oh man, I wanted to get that so bad. Get it?
Quentin's going to try and get a bomb.
Almost.
Finished. Move out.
Do we have any questions on the Twitch stream right now?
Dragon.
There's a lot of questions too about the matchmaking and how we work that and how we figure out lag and that sort of thing. So
Okay.
just talk about it a little bit.
So a question from the Twitch stream about matchmaking. So matchmaking for this DLC is the same as the other DLC. We'll have a new playlist that will have all these new maps in it, and then it will also contain the original retail maps, but there'll be a much lower chance of those appearing in the vote. So if you want to play these new maps, you can go to this new playlist, and we guarantee you'll be able to play them like almost all the time.
Up there to the left, in that broken building is that other spot I was talking. Oh, get that shiv! Get that shiv! Nice.
One less dragon.
Is the other high point that this side can kind of get a high point, advantage point. And this whole area he's in right now, you can look down and see as people are coming up to you. So they'll have to take the long way to flank around.
Look out. Right.
Oh, his teammates really marking.
I know, yeah. I was about to say.
Got Hawkeye letting the enemies glow.
We're having some people ask if you can climb the water tower.
Oh,
I got
machete, there we go.
Nice. That was a 3-hit down. Nice.
Fast.
So can you climb the water tower?
So the question from Twitch is, can you climb the water tower? No, you cannot climb the water tower, unfortunately. Yeah, we're trying to make this map, thematically appropriate to Billstown, and that's where the water tower came from.
Right.
But, it's not really a gameplay element per se.
So the key thing about the water tower is that there's water and then there's a tower. And you get a water tower.
Brilliant.
Quentin, when you get chances, can you get up to the upper areas?
Somebody's on top.
Yep, just like that. There's a couple different ways to get up there, just as they demonstrated. Perfect. Oh, beautiful. And you can see the vantage point that this gives you. And you're right, yeah, you can see a little bit of the across the way.
Downing guys with this full auto at range. That's pretty good.
As a sniper, I appreciate this a lot.
So there's the sight line over to the other
Yes.
building there. You can get sniped off of.
Right. But it only gives you the advantage of like kind of this area. So if like your team's down to like 4 people left, and your team comes back over here to defend, you can get up on that point and kind of see where they're coming from. They'll have to take the long ways around, like I was saying.
Quentin sure loves that execution.
That was awesome.
We did actually in this patch actually add some more blood to that execution because the effects were actually missing. So we actually put a fix in there. Was that this double barrel I think they were using, guys?
No.
Oh, that was just a semi. Spectre.
Oh, it was
That was a
Spectre.
Spectre.
Spectre's also a new gun that we're releasing as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the stealth weapons, silenced submachine gun.
Nice.
So he just bought another machete. It looks like.
And armor. Wow. So upgrade. How does upgrading the machete work?
I mean, it's a purchasable like the other purchasables. So you buy it, you've got your 3 hits on it, and then if you have brawler, you can add an additional hit to it. Oh,
Oh, double miss.
mod 2x4 versus machete.
Get that execution.
So we didn't see it there, but that's one of the things we changed with the machete is that if that guy was swinging his 2x4 at the same time as Quentin with the machete, Quentin would have won that engagement because the machete is not staggering the 2x4 player.
Machete is kind of like a higher version of melee compared to the upgraded 3x4, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We felt like it wasn't fair for somebody who spent all the parts and bought a gun, a melee weapon, to be beaten by a player who had just crafted that melee weapon.
So I've got a question. Why didn't we decide to make the unfortunately on the other point when it does less damage than the free revolver?
So the question from the Twitch stream. Oh, he's gonna get.
Oh, no
mauled
way.
here.
No way.
Couldn't fight his way out of that one.
Good try, Q-Train.
So, question for the Twitch stream was, why isn't the Enforcer one loadout point when it does less damage than the Revolver? And really, it's because it has a much faster rate of fire and a really tight accuracy. You can use that gun at medium range really, really well. Some people even use it at long range for sniping. If you're a guy who likes to do headshots, it's a great gun. It's very accurate. So, I mean, it's not all about number of shots to down. It's about the whole equation of balance. And the Enforcer is a pretty deadly pistol.
Which is your favorite new gun in the weapon packs?
That's a good question. I would probably go for the Enforcer, actually.
The Enforcer?
It's good general purpose. We'll get 2 headshots.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really general purpose. You can use it in a lot of different situations.
How many loadout points does the Enforcer cost?
It's 1 extra loadout point.
1 extra loadout point. Nice. I was really hoping we'd see some double barrel executions going on. Those are pretty brutal.
Okay.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Bomb.
Smoke's
Quentin is
away.
like our designated
Look out. Right.
multiplayer master.
Yeah, he's one of the best players we have. For sure. He's going to buy a machete and then mod it. Look at that.
Okay, that's how you mod it through
Also,
the
we should-
up to the crafting system.
We should probably mention
Move
at this
out.
point, you saw when he was modding that machete that we've... Oh, it's good right there.
Oh, with the flamethrower. You get to cover back. Ooh,
It's amazing if he
Over
fights his way
there,
out of this one.
dude, no way. No way. This is what we're talking about. Oh, really good shit.
Wow, there's machete. You can ask for him.
Oh.
Down one.
What's the score now? Oh, a pretty close game actually.
Close match. Oh, out of ammo.
Oh,
One of the downsides of the full auto is you do run out of ammo with it.
right.
So yeah, we should mention at this point the when he was modding that machete, you saw that it actually took not just the binding and blade, but also takes a rag now. So we added an additional ingredient for modding a melee weapon. So both the 2x4 and the machete require that extra ingredient. We found that especially with the 2x4, it really makes those modded melee weapons just a little more rare and a little more special. Wow, flamethrower versus machete. Oh,
Mm.
down.
later.
Vivi knew what was up. Wow, this is a really close game.
Super close.
It's 3v2 right now.
2-on-2.
Nope. Well, we'll just watch the last few minutes of this match play out.
It's like this is probably going to be the end for.
Okay, quick question from the stream. Why did we not add theater mode?
Question from the Twitch stream was why theater mode, which was or cinema mode, was in Uncharted, was not available in Last of Us, and it's certainly something we wanted to do. It's a great feature. We just didn't have time. You know, this is a very limited amount of time we had, especially programmer time, and we'd love to add it. There's so many other things we'd love to add to the game too. So
Right.
It's not here, but good news is with PS4 version, Last of Us, you'll be able to stream that stuff live, from the
Yeah.
PS4, which is awesome. So
That's gonna be my favorite feature about the PS4.
While we got a little time, do we want to talk anything about the new trophies a little bit, maybe?
So we're definitely going to talk about the new trophies once we get to the Wharf map. Quentin's going
Right.
to come in and talk about them. For now, we're just going to go over to Coal Mine and play a match there.
So this is what I was saying earlier. This is my favorite map in the new map pack.
So this is the loadout Quentin's going to use. It's kind of a long-range loadout. He's going to do hunting rifle, 9mm. He's using the launcher, which is great. Coal Mine, it's has some longer sight lines. Launcher's going to help him take guys out behind cover. He's got Explosion Expert to increase the radius of that those explosions from the launcher. There we go. And he's also using awareness, so he's going to see enemy name tags pop up longer range, and whenever he gets shot, he's going to see those name tags for 10 seconds. So this map is a map I designed, and I'm kind of I liked the idea of trying to create kind of a spiritual successor to Lakeside, which is my favorite map from the retail.
Absolutely.
Because I think it's a great map, and so this map is in the same space from the single player environment. It's a snowy it's a coal mine area, and so there's this kind of mix of outdoor and indoor, and there's a mix of long range and short range.
Right.
And so I think what this map does pretty well is that it gives you a lot of contrast. It's, instead of just picking one loadout and saying, okay, like this is my medium range loadout, I'm going to do fine. This is a map where you really have to mix things up, because sometimes you go outside and there's some longer sight lines, and then you go inside and it's a much tighter experience.
They're very different experiences too, because once you go inside these warehouses and stuff, it's just it's a very interesting experience compared to the fronts that you're going to get on the exterior.
Sure
Absolutely.
thing.
So right off the bat, he's got kind of two big choices. You can go left to the outside upper area, or you can go right into the coal mine area, what we call the generator room, or you can go down the middle, which is kind of a little more open, but it's got this bridge over the top, which is one of the big power positions of the map.
Now that whole bridge, all this coal mine stuff is coming from the single player level. That it was, in my opinion, the hardest aspect of the single player, where you are playing as a character with David and fighting off all the infected that come in here. It's a very memorable moment in the game for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really cool fight, and so we took that space, that bridge area where all the infected were dropping in, and we used that as a kind of key connecting structure in the map.
Totally. This interior area with all the generators and stuff is kind of it reminds me a little bit of the dam with the turbines up on the top bridge area.
Absolutely. Gameplay-wise, it's kind of similar to that too. It's the figure eight structure.
Right.
It creates some really cool setups. All right, so Quentin knows a guy that's there.
And the dam is my favorite map from retail as well.
Decide to bail there. That's a good idea. It's getting surrounded.
I liked a lot of the natural cover, the rocks and such. And ooh,
well, looks like he's getting flanked.
People are asking, is this Lakeside Part 2? Or...
The question from the Twitch stream is this map Lakeside Part 2? It's
Hold on.
look at it that way, but it's pretty different actually in the way it plays, because it has those much tighter interior spaces as well. So Lakeside is generally all outside with just a couple small interiors. And this map's quite a bit more varied, and it's also got that verticality element to it, where you've got these big hills and you've got the bridge. So it plays pretty differently.
Spiritual successor is, I think, more of the right terminology for how it relates to Lakeside. And also, we'll be seeing environmental effects kind of similar to Lakeside, correct?
Yeah, so on this side there's all this fog and snow that comes in. Beautiful! And so this map, there's a snowstorm that kicks up. Wow, it's in trouble.
Hurry out! Out of time!
So
We don't have
use
long.
some single player maps, like the hotel or the hospital or something like that.
So just briefly to finish off the snowstorms, there is a snowstorm that comes up in this map, and it's a little different than the Lakeside one though. It's less foggy and it's more snowy, so there's a lot more kind of snow flurries that happen, and it doesn't obscure your vision to quite the same distance, and it's a little more atmospheric. We had a question from the Twitch stream about how come we didn't use some of the other single player environments like the hospital. We certainly prototyped some of those spaces. One of our other designers actually started a prototype, but ultimately, we decided to pick spaces that we felt would translate best into gameplay. And some of those spaces, like the hospital, were extremely heavy on the interiors and multi floors and stuff, and they didn't work as well. So
we pick locations that really lend themselves to good combat or good gameplay, because ultimately our multiplayer is about our gameplay, and we want to pick the best locations possible. Ooh, nice snipe.
Yeah, so you can see here this outdoor area is a little longer sight lines.
One less to worry.
Oh, get the launcher.
Launcher
Nice.
execution.
I think the launcher's got to be my favorite gun in the new the new DLC.
It's a great gun. It's just very situational. You have to use it very carefully to make use of it.
Oh yes,
Here we
with
go, launcher execution.
Ouch. That has got to be the best execution ever.
Cool. So when you have on a silencer, will somebody with the awareness skill be able to hear it?
Question for the Twitch stream is, if you're using a silencer, does someone using the awareness skill hear the silencer? There's no difference actually in how the awareness affects the sounds of silenced weapons. You're going to be able to hear them the same distance as any other player. They're still going to not show up on the radar for those players. What awareness really gives you is that visibility in the space of can you spot who the enemies are quickly in that space. A lot of players, if you're not sitting super close to your TV, you might have trouble spotting a small enemy that's only partially exposed, and awareness just gives you that name tag and lets you see them a lot more easily.
I got you.
Oh, it's not good.
What's going on? Execution rampage. Vivian kicking ass.
It's so hard to use the flamethrower too. That's a pro right there.
So another question: are we doing anything to this full auto rifle in the patch? Is it being changed at all?
What was the
It's a
question?
new weapon. It's not being changed.
There was
It's
a
being-
question from the Twitch stream about the full auto rifle being is it being changed in the patch? It's a new weapon, so it's being changed at all. This is the first time it's being released.
I'm probably confusing it with the assault rifle.
Maybe they're thinking of the assault rifle, which has not been changed. It's the same as it was before. So what's Quentin going to do here? He's going to try.
Appreciate it.
By the way, a big shout out to our QA team who are just showing some really professional playing right here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, they're good players.
So the smoke bomb vault exploit, they're calling it.
So there you see that he's using awareness, and that player who had attacked him, he saw where that player was going because that player's name tag was following them for 10 seconds here. So the other part of the skill helping you. Somebody's trying to snipe from the bridge. Bridge is definitely a key sniping position.
It's gonna be awesome to put some drop some bombs right up at the top of that thing, unless you're using your listen mode and watching out for
Look
that.
at that. So you can see he's comboed in his loadout, his combo damage marker with the launcher. So when he marked that, when he hit that target with the explosion, it actually marked the target as well, which is really useful.
Do we have a question?
Yeah, so the smoke bomb vault exploit, people are calling it. Did we do anything to fix that in the patch?
I'm empty!
Question about the smoke bomb
Smoke
vault
headed their
exploit
way.
from the Twitch stream. We talked about this last stream, and yes, that is indeed fixed in this patch. So it was a bug. If you were in the middle of a vault animation,
having my back.
you were immune to a smoke
Make
bomb
some bets.
stun,
Watch
and
my
that's
back.
been fixed. And so now what will happen is you'll actually you kind of warp back to the very beginning of your vault instantly and go into the stun immediately. So smoke bombs are still effective against vaulting players.
Hold on, I can patch you up.
Have we seen the flurry yet? I really want to see that flurry.
Yeah,
Oh, it already happened.
I think it already happened.
This-
Someone's probably inside, I think,
Yeah.
when some of that is going on. Wow, this is a close game.
Yeah, the cool thing is even though like it it's very similar to Lakeside, it still you can still tell a very huge difference between the two maps. I don't think people will ever get confused between the two maps at all. Especially with a lot more like kind of industrial
Keep an eye out.
stuff like these trucks and machinery and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So Quentin's trying to gear up his launcher here. Just reloaded. Where's he going to use it?
Keep an eye out.
Oh,
Got it.
people on the bridge.
Can you get that off?
So he's going to try and go up there and shoot into the bridge, which is a small area, so he'll probably get a lot of splash damage.
Oh, nice. Did that guy fall down?
I
Oh, he
think
went down.
I think he jumped
He
out.
jumped down right as he got hit.
So that's the other cool thing about the bridge is if you're in trouble, you can just bail and jump out the window there.
I still heard that he took damage though, even though he was vaulting out.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Splash no problem.
Oh, beautiful. Q-Train.
Switch.
That's my second favorite execution right there. After that awesome launcher execution.
Yeah. That's great.
So Aaron, you weren't here for the question, but what's your favorite map of the new Reclaimed Territories map pack?
Sure, everyone's always partial to the maps they design.
Of
right?
course,
I
of
mean,
course.
I love playing coal mines
Yeah.
as well.
Same.
But I actually think Wharf might be.
That I was torn. I was like, oh man, is it Wharf or is it Coal Mine? I went Coal Mine, but Wharf's which
is
we're gonna show off
awesome.
next.
We're
Yeah.
gonna see that one next. It's a really tight short-range map with a lot of stealth opportunities.
Oh, machete.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love playing stealth and sneaking around and trying to get shift kills.
Yeah.
And Morph is
Smoke
great
headed
for
their
that.
way.
It's awesome.
Got a question. Does damage marker penetrate covert training 3?
So the question for the Twitch stream was, does the damage marker skill work against covert training? So if you've got covert training 3 that prevents you from being marked, and then somebody else has damage marker and they damage you, do you get marked? And no, you do not. Covert training 3 it still prevents you from getting marked, and the player with damage marker still gets a notification saying, sorry, you can't mark this player, they've got covert training. So if you want to be super stealthy and never get marked, you can still set covert training 3 and use it.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. How's it
Oh,
gonna
no,
go?
he
Not in
didn't
time.
One less strike.
He wasn't ready for that firing squad right there. Oh, he's got
He's
the.
down.
Alright, nice.
Surprised that guy didn't use his upgraded melee.
Exactly what I saw. Yeah, that nice little
I guess
sparkle.
he had 2 players attacking him, so
Yeah.
it would have been tough.
So we got another question that's kind of a compliment, but they want to know how we design our spawning points, and they think they're really well done. So
Thank you.
We had a question from the Twitch stream about the spawn system and how we design the spawn points. And they like them, which is good. We've actually improved the spawning in this patch. We've had some problems in the past, especially on maps like Billstown, where like 2 players would die and then they would respawn at the end of the map very close together. And so we've put in a fix for that, and they will spawn much further away now. So we've made some improvements overall to the spawn system, but it's still working fairly well. And it works pretty much.
Oh, flamethrower.
So the way it works is there's kind of spawn points around the map in a ring, and they're all weighted differently based on a bunch of different factors, like are your allies close to them, are there enemies close to them which are going to downweight them, you don't want to spawn there, are there dead allies that have just recently been killed, you don't want to spawn there, so those get downweighted, so there's a whole bunch of different weights, and there's an algorithm that picks the points with the highest weights.
That guy messed up. He had the upgraded.
Yeah, he had the upgrade, but he didn't use it. Just trying to show.
So we've answered this question quite a few times, but it's always good to repeat it. Why aren't there any infected in multiplayer?
So you can see Quentin using the sniper position there from the bridge, trying to spot if the enemies had spawned down there. That would have been a good spot to kind of try to
hold them
attack
back
them as they were coming up. Question from the Twitch stream about why are there no infected in multiplayer? It's a question we've answered many times. Oh, we didn't get the stun off. So we certainly would love to try and experiment with some of that stuff, but there are some huge technical issues there preventing us. Specifically memory, we're really pushing the PS3 to its limit, and there's not enough memory to have NPCs in the map along with all these human players.
Right.
In addition, there's all the kind of CPU overhead of running all these NPCs at the same time as running all these human players. So
And then balancing gameplay as well.
yeah, so technically there was some huge barriers there. Not to mention there's the time investment in trying to create that experience.
We definitely looked into it. Trust us. We
Yeah.
we wanted that too, really bad.
We did. Ultimately, I think though, because we focused on a smaller, set of modes, we were able to really, get them to a point where they were delivering that kind of survival aspect that we wanted to the game.
A really good core gameplay.
Yeah, capturing the core gameplay and the tone that we're after. Cool. So we're going to go on to the next map now, and I'll introduce Quentin Cobb, designer of the map. He's going to come talk to you about Worf.
Thank you, Aaron. All right, so the man who's been playing for the last 3 maps, Quentin Cobb, game designer at Naughty Dog.
Yep.
Been balancing the guns and everything in the multiplayer. So, all right, Aaron's gonna take over now, playing on your map, Worf.
That's right.
From Star Trek right now. Now this is. But first, actually, before we talk about the map, let's talk about the new loadout that we're gonna be running through here.
Yeah, so Aaron's going to be using Revolver Semi-Auto, and because Worf is kind of a close range, there's a lot of flank routes, he's going to take Sharp Ears 3, and what else? I can't remember what else. Sharp Ears 3, Covert Training 2, and Agility 3, so he'll be invisible to listen mode while he's crouched. He'll be moving faster while in listen mode because of Sharp Ears 3, and he'll have more listen mode meter, and he'll be moving around the map faster and silently.
And he'll be using the revolver and the semi-auto.
Yeah, so he'll be a super ninja moving around Worf.
So now Worf is my second favorite map from this map pack, and that's what Aaron said as well. this it's the smallest map, but it's still large. But it's of the 4 that we're releasing, this is the smallest of them. But it has some amazing gameplay, some really tight corridors, but also some exterior areas, some length for some long range shooting and stuff. But the reason that we're picking this kind of ninja loadout is for this gameplay, and we'll show that off here once this map gets going.
Yeah, Wharf is actually based off of the docks section of single player, where you
The very beginning.
beginning of the map,
Right.
the beginning of the game, when you're with Tess and you first spot Robert in Military City, go after him, and it's essentially that section of the map.
Talk about this boat real quick.
Okay, so there's a giant boat in the middle of the map. That's probably the most iconic landmark here, and you can actually go into the boat.
Nice headshot.
Yeah, nice shooting, and it's a great way to flank your opponents, because you go in the middle and there's a lot of options out of the boat into the rest of the map. So now Aaron has a lot of different options. He's got enemies on his right and some teammates over there. And so he's in the center boat, and he could actually go right and creep around. Oh, something behind him. Someone's on the boat too.
Nice.
Well done. So yeah, the boat is.
Oh boy.
It's definitely sort of power position
Right.
of the map, because there's so many options to come out and get around enemies.
Gives you access to a lot of
Yeah.
the flow of the map. So that'll probably be a very high tension point for a lot of players and teams that are playing.
Definitely.
Too late.
Oh, so close. Oh, nice.
Wow,
Just a
last
sliver.
second.
There we go. Oh, he's real low on everything. So this is where he's at now is the side, the dock side of the map, where
You're facing out towards the water.
facing out towards the water, and the side caches here is plenty of ammo. That's good. And actually, this section of the docks you couldn't get to in single player, so actually flesh that out. See how Aaron's moving around with Sharp Ears 3 and agility super quickly and silently to get a sweet shift kill.
Sweet.
Nice job.
Well deserved.
So that really showed off agility and I mean the whole loadout: agility, covert training, and Sharp Ears 3.
Right. And it really just goes to show again like how important listen mode is for these type maps.
Yeah. Yeah, Sharp Ears is great for Wharf, because it's kind of a more compressed, condensed map with lots of routes in and out, so that listen mode would be super useful. It's also got a lot of verticality. There's a lower area, there's an upper area of the boat, and so right now you're on the top section of the boat.
Shout out to Andres Rodriguez, the environment artist on this map. He did a phenomenal job. This whole boat was his idea. Like there was a smaller boat originally.
Yeah, originally I used the small boat that was in single player that you couldn't get onto. It was raised.
Right.
So I dropped that down and let you go in and out of it. But it was,
Oh.
no!
That was awesome.
There's Machete versus Plank there. Machete won, and a
Brutal.
gnarly
Brutal.
execution. But yeah, Andres actually built a whole nother boat from
Yeah.
scratch, and it's way better for gameplay. Yeah, huge shout out to him. He did a phenomenal job on this map.
It goes back to what I was saying about how collaborative Night Dog is about our multiplayer and how everybody can just contribute, and it comes out. We try to make the best products possible, best maps, best experiences.
Yeah, so right now he's on the container side of the map, and we'll see which way he goes. There's a whole office section that we haven't been to yet, and the back of the boat area,
Right.
which has like kind of shanty town, sort of military city sort of look to it to differentiate it from the rest of the map. So he's going in the middle, kind of in front of the large boat, and heading over towards the left flank and like the office area.
Yeah. So there's the offices over here to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the other side of the map, other opposite of the
Kind of the
water
warehouse.
side. Yeah, so
Yeah.
warehouse offices, and then to the back is the back docks area where he's headed now.
So two-part question for you real quick,
Yeah.
Quentin. What is your favorite map in this map pack, and also what is your favorite new gun?
Well, as other people have stated, I'm a little biased. I love Wharf.
Yeah.
Not just because I designed it, but I think it just turned out great.
Right.
It looks amazing. The lighting's incredible.
I love this flickering light.
Yeah,
really
I mean,
moody.
some of the it's like a darker area with a light. Let's see what Aaron does here. So
Nice.
a little stun Molotov.
He didn't get the down though. No.
So this is the office area.
Just had armor.
So Wharf is probably my favorite map. I love Coal Mine as well. It's also a great map. My favorite gun is the Spectre.
Oh, he didn't get behind him. The Spectre.
Yeah, I love that it's a silent, automatic weapon. Oh, he got caught. He's being revived. Oh no, that's somebody else. Sorry. One of his teammates would revive and just looked like it was him.
Right.
But the Spectre is definitely my favorite weapon. It unloads so fast. It's silent, and the reload animation is actually one of my favorites. It's done by our resident amazing animator Tal Peleg.
He did our awesome Joel Banderas.
He did the Joel Banderas. Yeah, he did that like little GIF. Shiv time. But the reload animation on the Spectre is super cool, and I just love how fast and quick it can take somebody out silently. It's definitely my favorite weapon.
So we're getting a lot of questions about agility, and
Yes.
we feel like it's going to be too overpowered, and like how we balanced it and that sort of thing.
Okay, so from the Twitch stream, people are concerned about agility. Agility 3 will increase your walk speed, your crouch walking speed, which you can see here, Aaron is crouch walking. That's the top speed that you can go. It's faster, but you're not flying around the map. And it also increases your climbing speed. Oh, nice. Shiving for days. And it also decreases the footfalls sound that you make, and completely eliminates your Vox efforts. So if you drop from a high ledge, you normally will go ugh. But Agility 3 will actually completely eliminate those, so you move around silently and your character doesn't. Ooh, there's the Spectre. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
But agility is great for if you want to be a full ninja and no one can hear you, and you're moving very quickly. But we spent a lot of time balancing all of these skills, and I think agility for the loadout points that it costs and the amount of speed that you're getting, it's definitely balanced with the rest of the skills.
Awesome. So what do you think, other than, are there areas in this map that players are going to kind of map control it besides the boat, or is the boat going to be the main one? Will there be a counter to that, or?
The boat will allow you to get to all the front, the back, and both sides of the map quickly, so it's kind of a really advantageous place to be. Somebody on the side. But there's actually a couple of sort of sniper perches on the inside near the warehouse that are actually a really good control points to kind of get vision over those areas. Maybe Aaron can take a peek at those to give people a preview of that. There's a lot of action up here though. But yeah, I would say the center boat and maybe some of the sniper perches are definitely places you want to try to control during a match. And of course the item cache. Oh wow, Vivian and the flamethrower.
Vivian is killing it.
But the item caches, of course, are
power
positions and areas you want to control the map as well, so you can keep those items.
Is there an item cache in the boat?
There is in Survivors.
Okay.
So in Survivors we have a center cache, and it's actually in that center boat room in the upper area where Aaron went at the beginning of the map.
Awesome.
So that's the center cache. So that's in Survivors for sure. That's a point you want to control. Vivian again. Nemesis. Oh, there's someone right next to you. Oh no! Oh, shit! Alright, a little bit of panic, but that's okay.
We forgive you, Aaron. Is that the Enforcer? Ooh,
That's the Enforcer. Vivian
nice.
is the flamethrower Enforcer. She's going to town. Any other questions from Twitch stream, Eric, that are?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about showing grounded mode, which I think we'll get to, but trophies are the biggest one.
So, okay. So we're going to get to the trophies and talk a little more about grounded here in a bit. this match is almost over, and we're going to show off the trophies right after this. We'll go through that.
Yeah, we'll go over the trophies right after this match. Actually, Aaron's getting to one of the sniper pitches.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
So
perfect.
you can see what kind of view he has.
Nice.
He got a nice kill. The last
There we go.
kill.
Well done.
And the other question that came up quite a bit was the new gestures we were showing off.
Yeah.
What are those all about?
So the new gesture that I was doing in the other maps was called Big Time, and it's actually replaced the Knuckles gesture, and it's you just gotta get your shine on sometimes. So okay, we'll go over the new trophies here. They're pretty basic. They're pretty straightforward, and let me get past all the other trophies. Okay, so we actually have a trophy for each of the new maps, each of the DLC maps. So we have a trophy called Wharf, and you just have to complete a match on Wharf without dying and getting at least 3 downs or executions.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah, pretty tough. So you basically have to have a perfect game and get at least 3 kills. That's the same for all of the new maps. You just have to complete the match without dying and getting at least 3 downs and executions in any game mode. And then we also have recovered supply raider, recovered survivalist, and recovered interrogator. And these are for completing a game of on supply raid in any of the new maps. So you just have to complete the game in this mode on any new map, and you get this trophy. Pretty straightforward. Same with recovered survivalist, just completing a game in survivors and completing a game in interrogation. And we also have the same set of trophies for DLC 1.
Right.
Bookstore is a map that you designed. It's excellent. So the trophy Bookstore is just for completing a match on Bookstore without dying and getting at least 3 downs and or executions.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that. So same for all 4 of the DLC 1 maps. You just have a trophy for completing the match without dying. So you got to really play super defensively and carefully, and you got to get 3 kills, so you just can't camp out in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually engage and survive.
Right.
And then we have Forsaken Supply Raider, Forsaken Survivalist, and Forsaken Interrogator. These are all for completing a game on each mode in DLC 1, in one of the DLC 1 maps. So any of those maps, Bookstore, Hometown, Suburbs, or Bus Depot, you just have to complete a game of Supply Raid, complete a game of Survivors, complete a game of Interrogation. So you get those trophies. The last 2 trophies are for Grounded mode, and those are pretty straightforward as well. Just the complete Grounded mode, which is going to be very difficult to do, and then you have to go back and complete Grounded mode again on New Game Plus. So that's it for the trophies.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
Challenging.
They're challenging, but pretty straightforward and not too complicated. I think everyone should have a pretty good chance of completing those if you really put the time in. Any other questions?
Yeah, one of the other questions was, what's the story to the different maps? I think we went over some of the stories, but it'd be cool maybe just a quick recap of what each of the maps, what they mean in single player and how you guys brought
Sure.
them all.
So the question is kind of like, what's the story behind all the maps of the new DLC? So we have Capital, which is based off of Boston level, where you and Tess are
Trying to meet the Fireflies.
trying to meet the Fireflies. You have Ellie. You're trying to get her to them, and then we won't make any spoils for anybody who hasn't played single player. But
Play single player.
Play single player. That's where that Ungrounded mode, which we'll talk about here in a minute as well.
Yeah.
Water Tower is the preliminary area of Billstown in Lincoln, Pennsylvania. So you're kind of like exploring the kind of empty town. Coal Mine is, again, that's where you first meet David. I don't want to spoil too much stuff because that's a big character in the game.
Yeah.
But if you remember, that's like one of the
Ellie.
right,
Playing as Ellie.
and you fight those and all those infected that come in. It's like one of the hardest battles in the whole game.
Yeah.
And then finally,
And then
Wharf
is the docks from Military City, and actually the theme that I was thinking about for this level is that so after Joel and Tess kill Robert and all of his men leave that area, all the people from Military City start to sort of kind of migrate into the docks area, and that's why that back section of the boat and docks area is like has a bunch of sort of, it's like a town, it's like a it's like a shanty town. Thank you, Aaron. And so that's kind of the story there, and that like a lot of people from Military City moved there, and But yeah, it's based off docs from single player.
Awesome. All right, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is just our first kind of foray again into our Twitch streaming and community outreach. So please, again, leave feedback for us of what you guys want to see in the future. Jump over to naughtydog.com onto our forums and let us know what you want to see. Tomorrow, our new DLC comes out, and you'll be able to get the Reclaimed Territories map pack as well as the new skills bundles or individually, and our new weapons. So thanks again. Give us a follow on Twitch as well, and come join us back for more in the future.